Yeah, do we want to just go in character keeper order and introduce these? Well, in Willow's case, a non-nerd.
The least nerdy of the nerds. Yeah, sure. So I am playing Willow, uses he, they pronouns. They're the person that keeps the trails clear so that all the other researchers can get to where they need to be without like fighting bushes and whatever else there might be. As such, I am very well versed in how to use a chainsaw. It's a pity that my favorite chainsaw has both broken and now gone missing. And yeah, I've got a secret that I've only told one person. And now they won't let me forget that I told them that secret. But yeah, I'm just here to provide the muscle for all these actual nerds who do science.
And the actual nerds appreciate it. It's always good to have someone who just lifts things. Ross.
Yeah, I'm playing Ross, who uses he, they pronouns because they're not very much in touch with their inner manliness, I guess, or something like that. Ross Denver, Dr. Ross Denver, to be precise, is a mycologist. So he is very much into fungi and can tell you all day about what amazing properties they have. He is looking for at a very specific fungus right here. It might even be bigger than the one in Oregon. It's an armillaria one. So it's really has a big mycelium system. And something's very strange with this fungus, I'll have to tell you. And Ross is not very happy with strange fungi, I think. Strange properties he can't explain. That's what he's not happy. He's very happy with strange fungi. Very happy. You can tell him all about it, and he can tell you all about mushrooms and stuff like that. But, well, yeah. Yeah, well...
Yeah, and I am playing Oscar Merrick. Oscar is one of the park rangers here at the park. He, takes care of visitors, solves problems, all that usual stuff. Like park cop, I guess, is my take on it. He is the long-suffering assistant to Matt Pacer, the head ranger for this park, who is generally not particularly competent or committed to the job. So Oscar spends a lot of time trying to cover for them. He has out by the old abandoned ranger station out further into the swamp. He is actually cultivating a small crop of cannabis, which he is trying to keep relatively on the down low, though it seems that quite a few people have already come across it. And he is currently, his primary concern is a strange creature that he has seen roaming through the swamp that may have just been a particularly large alligator, or maybe it is something more mysterious. He is currently working with K to try and lure and trap this creature in the old abandoned mine shaft, and that is his primary preoccupation at the moment.
Kim, you want to tell us?
I will be playing Eleanor Grable. Her pronouns are she, her. She is on site to remark all of the visitor trails. It turns out there's been some graffiti, and so there's some confusing trail markers that need to be corrected. The cross I bear is an intern named Sammy, and I broke a guardrail, but no one knows that I broke it. But I'm feeling real guilty about it, especially since someone else got hurt because they fell off the trail where the broken guardrail was.
Yeah, who was that? Again.
I believe that was Ross. I'm sorry, Dr. Denver?
You can call he doesn't stand on ceremony. You can call him Ross. He always feels like Doctor is his father.
Awesome. I'm playing Kay Callahan, who is an intern. I haven't decided what kind of intern. I think maybe he's just like the intern who does what people tell him to do and is just there to like do things, the dirty work. You can see that the picture, he's standing waist deep in a swamp. I feel like he is definitely the person that people send into the swamp to retrieve the drop chainsaw, things like that. I actually got that picture from Pinterest and then realized it is from one of my favorite bloggers that I used to follow. So I didn't notice that until I noticed the address. Anyway, yeah, so Kay is not the most competent intern of all time. He has already screwed up our colleague Vicky's stream restoration project, and nobody has found that out yet. He likes to hide out in the abandoned ranger station in the swamp to avoid his coworkers, probably right after he screwed something up. And he's got his eye on a camera that's in the Lost and Found. It's a really nice camera. You'd think somebody would have claimed it by now, but nobody has. And he's thinking that, maybe he could just take it and nobody would notice. It'd be fine, right? Also, there's a group of people who've been camping out here near the mysteriously cold clearing for like weeks now. And Kay is sure they're up to something, but Vicky really likes them. So he'll need convincing evidence to kick them out. And he has agreed to help Ross capture a cryptid if Ross will help him gather evidence on these campers.
I think it was Oscar. Oscar's the one into cryptids.
Oh, Oscar, you're right. Yes. Yes, you're right. Not Ross. Kay is not afraid of bears. Kay secretly hopes to see a bear, even though, there's not supposed to be any bears here. This is, the one place in Florida there are no bears. No, but, in the same way that Sammy's terrified of bears and is paranoid that there really are some, he's kind of holding out hope that he'll get to see a bear. Right, yes, Ross is a mycologist, not a cryptozoologist. Awesome. Oh, yeah. I love these pictures. They are definitely, I swear I have worked with all of them at one point or another. Probably for Florida Fish and Wildlife. They're very true to the job that we're reflecting here. So anyway, here is where we start playing actual scenes. To do that, we can start out looking for, are there any of these plots that seem like something that somebody has a thing that they want to do about right now? One of the most immediate ones seems like the dog, or hiding the chainsaw in a hurry, or evidence that the glowing tardigrade incident might be getting out of hand.
Oh no, the glowing tardigrades are supposed to be romantic. I mean, there are some science experiment.
So you were roboting there?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there were a science experiment. Nothing else.
Right. Yes, no problem.
The photo.
Testing the chemistry. Nice. So, okay. What are these places? Okay, there's a secret marijuana field, where a lot of people have been, even though it's supposed to be secret. Seems like the entire like trail and ranger groups know about it. And the abandoned ranger station and the broken guardrail are also popular locations where things have happened, and the abandoned mine shaft.
My impression is that everyone but Dr. Carver knows about the marijuana field.
It seems like, yeah. We don't tell the boss.
I think we should start out with the dog.
Seems like a nice, straightforward one.
Yeah, it's pretty clear what the problem might be and who is involved.
Yeah, where did you find this dog? Or where were you? Not so much found the dog as the dog found you.
I was out walking a trail. It's not a special trail. It's one of the easier, like lower grade ones that visitors with children do. And just this large, friendly black dog bounded out of the woods and came and looked very expectantly at me as though I were going to do something. Almost like, hey, Ruby.
Oh, yeah.
Say hi?
There's our dog. Hi, doggy.
Now there's two of them.
Yep.
Wow, it can multiply.
No, I don't need help. Why am I meeting Ross? Oh, and you're wet.
Good question.
That happens when you fall into a swamp. But you're meeting Ross because I think Ross wants some information from you about the trail system here because he wants to go somewhere and he's not sure if it's safe.
So I head down wherever I know Ross is, which is probably some sort of like a station, some sort of central gathering place.
Yeah, he's got a lab or something.
I'm assuming at this point, that the dog is just someone's. They're not supposed to be off leash in this particular part of the park, but no one listens. So I'm like, good dog. And then I head on my way. And good dog just keeps coming. Good dog doesn't have a collar or tags. I know I'm probably going to have to drive into town to like bring it to a rescue to see if it's got a microchip. And I'm kind of pretending that it's not happening because I don't want to go into town. And I have zero idea that Ross is afraid of dogs. So we're heading down there and friendly dog starts bounding ahead of me. Obviously having sensed someone else, and I'm kind of hoping it's the family, but whatever, it's a friendly dog. No one's going to mind being approached by a friendly dog. What do I hear?
You hear Sammy scream, bear.
Dog, Sammy, dog.
It's, sorry, it's a bear. Dog. No, it's huge and black.
It'll be fine.
Why I might be scared, right?
Have you never seen a bear? Have you ever seen a picture of a bear? This is a dog.
Yeah, but they're...
What, they're tricky?
Hello? There's a dog here. Whose dog is that?
I have no idea.
Can you take it away, please? It's standing there and it's looking at me. And Ross is somewhere in the back, in the corner or somewhere, and looks slightly frozen up. And the dog probably just meandering around and sniffing at things and totally ignoring Ross. But Ross is staring at the dog like that's the biggest grizzly bear you've ever seen.
I'm a troll, Ross. I'm like, don't move. It can sense your fear.
I'm aware of that. Yes, I'm not moving. That's why I'm not moving. Can you please do something about this and get it away from my samples?
The dog is definitely like sniffing at your samples. It's real interested in these mushrooms.
It should not eat them. That's probably not good for it or him or her. Well, anyway, can you take it away, please, Eleanor?
Sure. Come on, you dangerous beast. And I whistle. And the dog comes bounding over and tries to lick my face. Why did you tell me to meet you here?
I wanted to ask you something about the trails. There's a map on the table over there, and I point, and I'm not moving any closer because the dog is still there. And
over there?
Yeah, over there. On the table, you can see this surveyor's map, I guess. And there,
I'm sorry, I'm going to need you to point it out. There's a lot of paperwork here.
Yes, okay. Yeah, that's a lot of paper. I guess everybody leaves their papers on these tables. I've told them not to leave the paper, but you know how Dr. Carver is. She's the most important person here. Anyways, and I'm moving closer to the table, trying to stay out of the way of that dog, but it doesn't seem to attack me or growl or anything. So I'm okay for the moment. And I'm pointing at some place and saying, "Hey, can you see this? This seems to indicate there is a trail over there. It's an old surveyor's map, but I think it might be overgrown. Can you maybe go and check that out?"
Sure. I don't remember seeing that. I haven't hit that part of the park yet, but I'm going to have to hit it eventually.
Yeah, I think I might.
Is there some destination you have in mind?
Yeah, actually. And I'm totally forgetting about the dog at this point because I'm pointing out and I see this symbol. This indicates that it's some very old tree, an old oak. You probably don't know this, but there are totally oaks that will grow under circumstances like these. They are very rare, but they, if they are very old, they will be overrun with mushrooms and fungi, and I might find some fruiting bodies I haven't found before. And also, if the mycelium stretches up onto this oak.
Ooh, fruiting bodies.
Yes, that's what they're called, Eleanor.
It's not like you've told me this 17 times, Ross. I'll go check it out and let you know.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, and if there are guardrails, can you please check them? Because, you know, I'm still a bit, I have shown you my scar from where the crocodile bit me, and then I'm moving back because there's a dog. And it was an alligator, of course, not a crocodile. And I don't think Ross would have made that mistake. He can't tell alligators from crocodiles.
I feel like the alligator was maybe about, like, they still have jaw strength, but I'm slightly less impressed with you than, like, alligator attack somehow implies that they're like 12 feet long.
Well,
okay. I will check the guardrails as well as whether or not there's a giant oak with fruiting bodies.
And maybe find a leash for your dog, because I believe this is a nature preserve and dogs are supposed to be leashed here.
It's not my dog.
It seems to like you.
It likes everyone, as far as I can tell. I'll see what I can do.
And I think at that point the dog goes up to Ross because it likes everyone, right? And then tries to sniff him and wag the tail and be nice. And Ross is like, "Take it away, please, can you, please?" "Yeah, I'm allergic. I can feel an anaphylactic shock coming."
I think I'll let it play out for like at least a minute before I call the dog off. It just wants to be friends. You're fine.
I don't want to be friends. I have enough friends. Go away. And I'm taking a ruler from the table and then I'm trying to poke away the dog, at which point it might actually leave because it's a friendly dog. It doesn't want to. Oh yeah, I'll totally roll. What do I roll with?
So if you're trying to like physically push it away with a stick, I guess that would be jock.
Fair
Although,
enough.
like, go with like what's I don't know, what would a success, like, what would increase your reputation, or what part of your reputation would be increased if you succeed at this? Doesn't really.
I mean, I guess if I succeeded at pushing away the dog, I wouldn't seem like a total coward.
Makes sense.
So jog is probably fine. Do we have a dice roller? Or
We
should
do.
I
It's
just go
actually
and
in the character
find-
sheet.
Oh,
If you go there,
I
way
see,
over on the
I
left
see.
there.
I click on the box.
Yeah, so you can just select your
Ooh,
character and then
cool.
what stat you're rolling with, and
think
click what the
I
first
think-
box.
Yeah, I can be character. Whoa, it's loading. I'm character 2, I think.
It should actually show the names. Yeah, there we
It
go.
doesn't.
Oh, whoops.
Oh,
I know Google
cool.
Sheets has been really weird lately. Hopefully it will.
No,
catch up.
it's probably just mine. So I'll just click this one, yeah. And then I click this box. And then I'll find out, oh, wow, look at that.
All right.
Okay, so I'm at 9, I guess, because I've got a -2. Which is nice, which could have been worse. What does that mean? Where do I see what that means?
Sorry. Okay.
Oh, there. I
So
found it.
you're 9 there. Yeah.
Mhm.
If you look there on the first page, it's yeah. So 9 is a partial success. The way partial successes work in this, because it's a GM-less game, or everybody's a GM game, more like it, is that okay? First of all, you do have a token. You can either spend that token to make it a complete success, earn a token by making it a failure, or just keep it a complete success, and does nothing with the tokens.
I want a token and I'll make it a failure. This
Okay.
does not go well.
All right. So who is least involved in the action would be, I mean, so who has not done anything in the scene? I think that's either Maria or David. Not that I've done much other than scream about bears.
I wonder if maybe you know, as you're sort of prodding at the dog with the stick, if it maybe grabs the other end of the stick in its mouth and starts like having a tug of war with you with the stick.
We're playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's not a stick, it's a ruler, and I need that ruler back.
Yeah, perfect. Possibly it ends up with you in the swamp, but certainly I think it's gonna keep hold of this ruler and try and possibly run off with it. But
Oh, nice. Yeah. And that's, of course, it's Dr. Carver's ruler, not some random ruler that's lying around. It's a very important, and it has isn't just a straight ruler, but it has this thing on it which you can move to make some kind of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the slidey thing that I don't remember the name
Yeah,
of.
the slidey thing. Exactly. It has the slidey thing on it. And it's one of a kind. So, yeah, well, the dog takes the ruler, and Ross is like, Eleanor, that is Dr. Carver's ruler. Get it back. She got it for her graduation, and then she has told me 3 times about that.
It seems like maybe it wasn't the best choice for a dog toy then.
It was. I just wanted to get it away from me. It's because you don't have your dog under control.
Okay. I'll go see if I can get your very precious ruler.
It's not
And I just
mine. It's
walk-
Dr. Carver's.
You were the last person who touched it. It's yours. Certainly not mine. Certainly not the dog's. I'll go get it.
That's not how the law works.
Law of the jungle, baby. And on that,
And
I
I'm-
walk out, follow the dog.
And I'm looking at Sammy and I'm saying, did she just call me baby?
She did. I don't think she meant it though.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Okay.
she did. Maybe she did. I mean, if that, but she was trolling you quite a lot.
I wish she would. Where did that dog come from anyway? And I think that we
I've
can
seen it
call
before.
it scene. Huh?
Yeah.
Call it scene here.
All right, that's a good, yeah. So if Eleanor is still chasing the dog, or maybe not bothering to chase the dog, let's see here. I kind of see I kind of want to see like some evidence that things are getting out of hand about this this mysterious ghost sighting. So who was?
I think someone should be
Oscar.
getting interviewed by a trashy tabloid.
That seems like Oscar, the park ranger, who's probably one of the more public, easy to find people who's maybe slightly more used to dealing with the public.
Yeah, that works for me.
So who's our trashy tabloid interviewer? Anyone want to play them?
I can do that if nobody else. Or do you want to, Maria?
Sure, I can be the trashy tabloid person. Do I need a name?
Sure, if you want one.
I don't know if this trashy tabloid person's going to show up again, but it is Cynthia Joyce. Is that an actual person's name? I don't know. It sounds familiar somehow. But where do I find Oscar?
I think I think this probably is like at the sort of the maybe near the visitor center, just like, or just outside the visitor center, because I figure you want to get the like some actual swamp in the background.
Mm-hmm. Cynthia Joyce is wearing hip high like waders, even though she's nowhere near the swamp right now, and has like she's like completely decked out in going into the swamp outfits, and she's just like park ranger Merrick. She's like peering very closely at your like, I don't know if you have a name tag, but she's like,
yeah, he's definitely got kind of the name tag and the badge, and he's in his full uniform with the hat and everything.
So tell me, in all of your years here, because you look like an experienced sort of fellow, how many times have you seen this ghost?
I've been here for quite a few years now, but I can assure you this: these rumors of hauntings and ghosts roaming the swamp are exaggerated. There's nothing no ghosts here. I can assure you.
Now, you're obviously paid to tell me that, but we all know the government's up to something. I mean, why else would they find a strapping fellow like you to be in charge of the park ranging here?
Well, I don't think there's any sort of government conspiracy going on about ghosts here. This park is perfectly safe and a good place to bring the kids for an entertaining and educational time.
How much do they pay you to tell me these things? And is there anything I can do to sweeten the deal?
And I think he'll say, "Can I speak off the record for a moment?"
Everything's off the record with me until I get the pen out.
So, as I say, there's no ghosts around here, but there have been some sightings of a strange creature, like an alligator, but big and with a neck thing, maybe, possibly a bear. It's difficult to tell. It only comes out at night, I think.
Say, Mr. Park Ranger, is this park open at night to the public or close friends? We could be friends, right?
Well, ma'am, I wouldn't want you getting into any sort of danger. The swamp can be a dangerous place at nights, but if I'm able to find more evidence of this creature, I'll be sure to drop you a line.
Ah, yes, she will definitely slip a business card into Oscar's front pocket. I'm sure they have patch pockets. Anything for the readers of the Tallahassee Extra Special. I don't know if that's what this tabloid is called, but what it's called now. Just
certainly, we'll do, Miss Joyce. If I'm able to get more evidence of this, I'm pretty sure that this will be big, real big. I mean, both figuratively and literally, I guess.
Well, I look forward to seeing you handle such a large challenge. I think she just like goes off and like sits on, I don't know if there's like benches outside of the visitor center, but she just sits there and crosses her leg and starts writing, but is definitely looking through her lashes at strapping park ranger nerd Oscar or whatever.
Awesome.
That is beautiful. I'm so glad you claimed that character, Maria. Cool. While that's happening, I think I'm. All right, who is it that wants to do what? I need to look at these characters again. Okay, so Willow's left the chainsaw. Eleanor has the dog, and okay. So I think I'm spying on these campers. And, you know, it's definitely close enough to on the way to the secret marijuana field or wherever Willow is going to locate their chainsaw, that they could stumble upon me.
Yeah, I think Willow's coming in through the back way. Like, I don't know if there's a path, but they're hitting it with a stick they're hitting the branches off the trail with a stick that they picked up off the ground. And like basically just snapping the branches with their hands because no more chainsaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing here?
Be quiet, be quiet. I like, you know, bring down the binoculars. Let them hang. I'm trying to get a look at them. Look, have you seen that group of campers, they've been there for like 2.5 weeks now. I didn't even know you were allowed to stay for more than a week. Nobody ever has.
Did the head park ranger forget to do rounds again and just not kick them out?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. He seems fine with them, I guess. I don't know, but there's just something about them. It's weird. I think, like they haven't come to talk to us, and I mean, they haven't. Sometimes we get scientists come in, and they come and talk to us, and they tell us what they're doing, and they talk about the research. You can't get them to shut up about the research sometimes, but these people, no, but they have like some jars and containers I saw outside one of their tents, and not like beer cans, like glass jars, like you collect samples in. If they were doing that for some kind of research, you'd think they would talk about it. They haven't said anything at all to me.
Hey, intern K, I'm not like a scientist or anything, but like, is this what you're supposed to be doing?
Nobody has told me to do anything else right now.
Oh, okay. So you've just been sitting here watching them for like 2 weeks?
No, like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I keep track of them, like, because you can't not notice they're here.
Have you talked to them?
I mean, yeah, they say hi, and I asked them what they were here for, and they said something about bird watching, but nobody uses bottles to bird watch.
Maybe they're like bait to catch the birds.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Well, not to catch the birds, but like to lure the birds closer so they can watch them.
That's probably legal. That's just a bird feeder.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Oh, okay. I'll look for seed around there, but I don't know. Something about them is just weird. What are you doing?
I'm just clearing this path to go see if I can figure out where that one guy hid my chainsaw.
Somebody hid your chainsaw?
Okay, so I put the chainsaw somewhere
sucks.
and then it disappeared from where it was.
Was it one of these people? Because that would give us an excuse to like search their tents.
I mean, I kind of think it was Oscar because I saw him like leaving the place where I put it once, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
I mean, he could be working with these people.
it seems a little far-fetched, I guess. They do there are some old chainsaws in the shed. There's some machetes too if you can't get those to start.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of crap in that shed, but I'm pretty sure I saw like at least 2 chainsaws. No idea if they work.
Do you think 2 machetes equals 1 chainsaw? Like,
I mean, if
I'm
you
really just
can use them with 2 hands at once, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't seem. And I'm like, kind of pick up some sticks and like trying to swing both of them at once. I don't think that's going to work super well.
I'll
Or do you mean you're going to hold them both in one hand?
I was thinking like a sort of chopping motion. Not really sure. Like I said, machetes are a thing of the past, and I'm more of a chainsaw person.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could try it.
It's just that there's a whole bunch of trails recently that look like they need to be cleared, and it takes a lot longer when you don't have a chainsaw.
Yeah. I mean, it's windy, lots of branches falling, but yeah. So like, why would Oscar steal your chainsaw?
I don't know. Maybe he was jealous of my chainsaw. It didn't really work, but I mean, there's a certain panache, isn't there, to like carrying a chainsaw around?
I guess. Sure, why not?
Oh, you probably don't understand because you're an intern, but you roam the wilds here. You've got to look the part.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, if you just want to look the part, you can carry around a broken chainsaw all the time, but it's not doesn't seem worth it.
Mm.
Look, we're talking really loudly. I'm sure those people now know we're here. So, you got anything for me to do?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I'm walking down this trail, and there are a whole bunch of branches just sticking out at eye level. Well,
Uh-huh.
maybe for you, not eye level. I don't know which of us is taller, but you should maybe just look like you are pulling the branches out of the way. It's for their own good. They won't judge you.
Okay. Sure. Yes. I'll go break off branches at eye level. Yeah. Okay. You know what? It needs to be done. You don't want anybody to get stabbed in the eye.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think I just go down the trail like snapping off branches at eye level
Yeah.
by hand since there's no chainsaw.
I think the dog and I'm going to be following the dog, and I'm going to just stop and stare at you. What you doing?
Clearing the trail, breaking off branches for the well, Willow said their chainsaw disappeared, so snap, break, crack, like trying to tug it loose. And like I have a stick in my hand, so I'm sure the dog is very interested in that. Is the dog still carrying a ruler?
The dog has now dropped the ruler to go after your stick, so I pick up the ruler.
I like throw it down the trail. Whose dog?
Good question. But it stole Ross's ruler, and apparently Ross has feelings about their ruler, so I'm following it.
Ross has feelings about a lot of things, I think. It's hard to tell. It's
And
good you
all
got
of them
the
are
ruler.
mushrooms.
Yeah, especially mushrooms.
Who are you supposed to be working for? I'm pretty sure Willow doesn't have an intern.
I mean, I'm just the intern. I'm like everybody's intern. I'm like the all-purpose intern.
You afraid of bears?
No, I mean, I guess maybe I would be if there was a bear right here, but there's just no bears here. I kind of, it's kind of too bad, but I looked it up and there's been no bears here recorded here ever. It's really weird.
Okay, tell you what. You remember where Ross's tent is? Or Ross's lab is?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a ruler. Bring this back to Ross. Ask Ross if there's anything more useful than snapping branches off of trees at eye level. And I kind of like shoot. Go.
Yep. I will go to bed.
I feel like I should find something weird right now, but I'm not sure what.
Well, you know what? That's a good roll a dice. We'll see if it's a good thing, weird thing, or a bad weird thing.
Okay.
I mean, you could find some glowing tardigrades.
Let's see if I can do this. Okay. What exactly am I rolling?
Good question. I mean, if you're finding something, I don't know if it's some kind of. That's a good question, actually.
I'll roll goth. I want it to be
Sure,
something
yeah.
weird.
If you want to do something weird, goth seems good.
I have not seen this format of rolling before.
I don't know
Check
why
box to
that
roll.
number is
Okay, I got
weird,
a 6.
Okay.
Great.
So, would you like to spend a token and make that partial success, which I guess would be a somewhat good find, or leave it as a failure?
I would like to leave it as a failure.
Awesome. Sabine, you haven't done anything in the scene. What do you think happens?
Yeah, you know what? I think what happens is, as you walk down the path, you will notice that your dog, and the enthusiasm about the whole stick situation, has broken another guardrail. Because it seems like your thing to have broken guardrails all around. And the dog is now trying to destroy the guardrail and pull off some branches or stuff like, yay, look at what I found, looks at you and is totally happy and wags his tail full of enthusiasm about the breaking guardrails. Seems to be their favorite thing now.
Good dog, come here. And I will throw a stick in the opposite direction of the guardrail.
And the dog pelts after the stick, trying to find another guardrail.
Is this a particularly important guardrail?
Yeah, I think it might be because they're from this place where you're at. You can see some sort of site. There is a very overgrown. You can't even tell what kind of tree it is, but it's very overgrown with a special kind of moss that is right now blooming, actually. And people like to take pictures from here. And there is also a sign that says "Take pictures here." And there's of course no warning not to drop into the water or not to go swimming.
Looks like I'll be going back for some more caution tape. Come on, dog. Let's go back to the visitor center. And I think the dog is just like continuing to happily trot alongside me now that it has a stick again. I'm sure no one will fall through this while I'm there going off to get caution tape.
Nah.
Yeah, probably not.
Sammy, stay here. Make sure that no one falls through this guardrail. Everything will be fine.
Okay. You just want me to stand here?
Yes.
All right. I'm just gonna stand here, make sure nobody falls off the guardrail. Okay. Cool. All right. Fine.
It's really just that I enjoy abandoning Sammy, so. I head back to the visitor center to get more caution tape. I believe that this is going to add to my story that I have no idea how the other guardrail broke. Apparently our guardrails are just in shitty condition.
Yep.
It's almost like we're in a swamp.
Yep.
Who should I run into?
Good question. Who's at the visitor center? Well, I mean, so we have that reporter around interviewing people.
Is Oscar still at the visitor center too?
Yeah, probably in the vicinity.
Who's the friend, Oscar?
Oh, a reporter here about the haunting thing.
Why are they going to interview you? Are they waiting for the ghost to show up themselves?
Maybe they seem to just be hanging around still. I mean, I had a quick talk with them just earlier.
Did you forget to notice that someone was flirting with you again?
I think she's more interested in hanging around for the story. I guess maybe she'll catch one of the other people to talk to about it.
Well, I'm gonna go out the back way then.
Yeah, it's probably a good plan.
I'm gonna head over to the storage shed. There's yet another broken guardrail up on the trail. I left Sammy there, so I should probably get back to that.
Where was this broken guardrail? I'm starting to get suspicious.
Whatever we call the tree. Remember the big old tree,
Hmm.
the tourist baity one.
I'll come with you. There's something strange going on.
Oh, how do you feel about dogs?
Dogs are pretty cool.
So I have to check by the campsite to see if they have a dog that they didn't tell us about, but there's a dog that's following me around, and so we're gonna have a dog come along. I haven't had time to get into town or have anyone take it. So now we have a dog. Oh, Ross is afraid of dogs. Just in case you need to know this at some point. Ross is afraid of dogs. And thinks that you can fend them off with rulers.
Give me a moment, Oscar's going to head into the lost property room and come back with a leash and a big spike collar. Say, I found this down at the old abandoned mine shaft. Park regulations, we shouldn't have any dogs off a leash here.
I suspect that I know exactly what you're implying, but I'm not sure that you know why there would have been a collar and leash. So I try not to laugh and go out to put the dog on the big spiky collar with the leash. How are you going to deal with Cynthia? Who I believe has come over at this point, having noticed some activity.
What is she doing? Yeah. I think she's gonna look at the leash and the collar critically with her investigative eyes and be like, those seem rather large for animals. Is this for the ghost sighting or the alligator?
No, it's okay, ma'am. Nothing to worry about. Just a big dog.
I'm like, wait, do you think we put alligators on leashes or ghosts on leashes?
Well,
I was trying to ignore, but this is too good.
Obviously, it's either. There's just you lot Vigil Creek. What is it called? You all really don't say much to the public, and so there's just been a lot of rumors around this place. By the way, I'm Cynthia Joyce. She extends a hand to Eleanor.
Nice to. I completely I don't know if you can see my name badge or not, but I'm just gonna go. Nice to meet you.
Are you a park ranger also?
I'm employed by the park.
Do you help Mr. Merrick here with large creatures?
Yes, all the time.
I see. Well, I'm sure you wouldn't mind if I tagged along, would you?
Oscar's in charge of visitor experiences. You're going to have to clear it with him.
It should be okay. If you'd like to come along with us, we're just going to check out on some damage to the guardrails and get this dog under control.
Oh, I would love to see that dog out of control. I mean, I would be happy to tag along and provide a human interest story for the Tallahassee Extra Special.
I had a feeling with the hip waders and the business cash suit or whatever you're wearing that this was not one of the more legitimate reporters, but I totally roll my eyes when I find out where you're from.
Well, excuse me, other park ranger.
You're excused.
What did I roll for?
Oh, nothing. I'm so glad we have a member of their fine journalistic staff of the Tallahassee Wackadoodle? I don't remember what it's called.
It's the Extra Special because everything here is just extra special. I will just observe. Don't mind me. I'll just be here.
Okay. I'm gonna call the dog over. The dog is fine with being put on this ridiculous leash and collar. I think I'm gonna hand it to Cynthia to walk. Well, if you're coming along, you might as well make yourself useful. Here, pull into the dog's leash.
Takes a leash. Pat on the dog.
And let's head to the broken guardrail. I'm pretty sure that as we approach, we hear Sammy scream bear as she hears us approach. No, Sammy, people.
All that crashing through the twigs can give me a heart attack. Hi, who's this? Hi, new person.
Did we miss anything exciting, Sammy?
Just some noises. It's a little creepy out here, honestly. The swamp is. I really kind of look out at the swamp. There's noises, like big things moving around in the brush. But nobody came by.
Which direction did you hear the large things moving? Sally?
I like look at Sammy. Sally left. Remember? And I like kind of glance at this Cynthia, and like, toward the where the field.
You guys go on ahead. I have some caution tape to string up.
And yeah, and I think Oscar's going to just take a look at where the guardrail's broken off, and is just going to kind of inspect it and nod and make general interesting type noises. It seems strange that seems to have been something disturbing these guardrails a lot recently, and it's just going to give kind of like a knowing nod.
Yeah, it's almost like we're in a park full of wildlife.
I mean, bears like scratch and trees and stuff and tear stuff apart, right? Like guardrails.
Yes, Oscar, this is obviously bear damage.
That would be my first thought as well, but it's said that there's never been a bear spotted in this nature preserve, and I think we know why.
Why?
I make meaningful eye contact with Cynthia. I'm like, that's what they want you to think.
If Cynthia were a real character, Cynthia would be trying to like roll nerd, but Cynthia's not a real character. So I feel like but she's definitely just like taking so many notes right now, and they're all question mark bear question mark.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm leaning too hard on NPCs.
It's okay. That tends to happen.
I think I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say something for Cynthia, and I was like, I don't know if Cynthia has anything to add. So she's holding this.
Just writing down bear question mark. Is that scene or?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool. Couldn't tell if there were things people wanted to do. Yeah, okay. So what's Ross up to when my character whose name when Kay comes back with the ruler?
I think Ross is just now going to find where Oscar has gotten to, because he has some important because somebody has told him that some reporter had talked to Oscar, and he wants to make sure that Oscar hasn't told the reporter anything about the glowy tardigrades or anything else glowy stuff thingy, or just that they could coordinate their stories. Not as that, not well. Anyway, there's Kay, the intern. Hey, Kay, have you seen Oscar?
No, I was just well, I just brought you this Eleanor got it back from the dog.
There's dog slobber all over it. Gross.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine here. And I like go over to the sink and rinse it off.
Cool. Nice. Very good. Yeah, well, I hope somebody has put that dog on a leash. You know that dogs are supposed to be leashed in this.
Yeah. I have to remind visitors all the time. Some of them are jerks about it, but I think this one got loose. Maybe, I don't know. I've never seen it before. I don't think it belongs to the campers.
What campers?
Oh, the ones over by that weird clearing.
Oh, these ones. Weird clearing. Yeah, I've seen them. They're trampling stuff. That's not. They're very disrespectful.
You know, I have a bad feeling about them. I don't know what they're doing, but they've been here for a long time, and I don't know. I swear they're up to something. They're not bird watchers like they say they are. There's no way. Bird watchers are out there early in the morning with binoculars, like listening to birds, and I have not seen any of them out of those tents before noon.
That's strange. Do you think they might be government officials who are kind of trying to find out what we're doing here, or trying to steal our research?
I mean, you know, I guess somebody could be here checking up on what we're doing with the grants, but I mean, it's not like we get huge grants. We can't even fix guardrails and chainsaws. But I mean, if they're going to be, maybe, you know, the governor really doesn't like us much, so maybe it's a state.
Oh, maybe you think they maybe try to find a reason to defund us?
Yeah.
Oh, that might explain why Dr. Carver is so mad all the time. And I thought it was something I said, but maybe she's just mad about these campers.
Oh, she's mad. Okay, I'll stay out of her way then. Hey, all right.
No,
I'm supposed to ask you if you need me to do anything.
Yeah, I need to find Oscar, and also we need to keep an eye on these campers. Do we still have trail cameras?
Probably got some in the shed. I can go get them and set them up.
Yeah, set them up.
All
We
right.
should figure out what these guys are up to. I mean, I've seen enough pictures of nightly raccoons for the rest of my life, and the fungi won't move anyway during the
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
No,
I mean, nobody here is even studying raccoons right now.
it's true.
So
And I mean, as I've been saying, fungi do move, but these cameras we have, they won't catch that. And if I have said so many times that I need a more sensitive camera, but you know what? There's no funding. And now I think these guys might be responsible for that.
you know what? The Lost and Found, there is a really nice camera in there. I don't know if it's got like infrared. It might, but like it's been there forever and nobody's claimed it. I don't know if anybody would care if you used it.
Okay, I think you might be the person to do that, because nightly expeditions through the swamp is, I don't know, but
That's what
you know
I'm
what?
here for.
That's what you're here for. Good person, Kay. Good person. And I awkwardly pat you on the shoulder.
Thanks. That's sort of what you do with dogs. Not. Never mind. Never mind.
What?
I'll
I
go
would never
kiss the
do that
camera.
to a dog.
I know, right?
And then I'll go and find Oscar. Where do I find him? Is he still at the guardrail?
So I had to pop up over the mute button. Yeah, I think he's probably I think he's headed actually up towards the old abandoned ranger station out on the island.
I guess I'll encounter him there, and I go and just look around quite furtively. Is Oscar alone?
I think so. I think he's probably palmed Cynthia off on Sammy, and
Okay. So hey, Oscar, hi. I've been meaning to talk to you. Did you?
Oh, Ross, yeah. What's up?
You know, there's a reporter here, and somebody said you talked to them.
Yeah, that's right.
To hear about the ghost thingy.
Yeah, but don't worry. I told him there's been no reports of any hauntings here. I mean,
Yeah,
other than the report of the haunting the other day.
Yeah, you know, Julia, I think Julia saw that, Julia Carver, and she was like, one more thing she doesn't eat. And then she stared at me like I was at fault, which I am, but I don't think she could know, you know? I mean, just, yeah.
Don't worry. It's all. I'm sure it will all blow over. Certainly when we. Yeah.
When we what?
No, just if this creature, if we can capture it, then.
That creature, that creature you think is on the loose at the old mine shaft?
It's taken out another guardrail, it looks like, and it's one of the interns thought they'd heard something out this way moving through the undergrowth, so I've just been seeing if I can find any signs of it.
Was it Sammy? Did he say that? Did they say, is it he or she, Sammy? She, right? Sammy, did she say something about a bear?
Yeah, she thought it might be a bear. Seems unlikely. There's been no bears in these parts for well, ever, as far as anyone can tell. Mighty strange, if you ask me.
Yeah, you've said. I mean, I'm a botanist, not a zoologist, so I wouldn't know about that. But it's very interesting. I think. Yeah. So maybe we could watch the mine, maybe like together.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I'll
Oh, you know
Kay's
what?
been helping me out as well. So maybe if we stake it out enough, we can find out what's really going on.
No, I think Kay is looking at these campers, and you know what? They told me about these campers, and they said they were maybe government people who are trying to defund us.
Strange. I mean, I guess that would explain why they've been camping out here for as long as they have.
Yeah. I mean, what else could they possibly want? I mean, sure, some of our research is pretty valuable, I guess. You know, I've made some progress on that photoluminescent thing that we used the other night, and I feel that we could use it to produce an edible food coloring that would make food glow in the dark, and I think that could be valuable, but I don't know. And anyways, just that is just an unscientific side thing of mine. So yeah, watching the mines.
It would be good for midnight snacks. You just find them in the dark.
Right. I think it would be nice to have something like that. But anyway, watching the mines, this night or some other, you tell me.
Yeah, we might as well strike while the iron's hot and see if we can't see anything going down. I feel like it's close. It's going to stare out at the undergrowth.
Yeah, good. So it's a thing then. Cool. Yeah, and then I'm standing around and being nervous and awkward and not knowing what to say. I mean, we can close off the scene here, unless you have something.
Yeah, no, that's good for me.
There were a lot of plots for things to happen at night. We haven't seen. Who have we not seen? We haven't seen Willow in a while.
Yeah,
we also haven't seen Eleanor in a while.
I have an idea. I'm wondering if when so I think when Willow was going to go get the machetes from the storage shed, like I kind of want to roll weird and see if there's something weird that happens that will give me an excuse to be around at night.
Yes, definitely.
So that, because I don't think Willow currently has a good reason except for like I can come up with a really silly reason for Willow to be there at night, but
no, I like the idea that you found something weird. We're just finding out whether it was good, bad, or both.
Oh, I have a -2 to goth, so this will be great. How do I do this? Oh, there you go.
They should all work now.
I got a 5, which I'm excited about. Actually, I will make it. I'll spend my token to make it a 7 to 9, so I can hear multiple options. Is that what it works?
All right. Okay, so you were going to look for machetes in the shed, and you saw something weird, or you found something weird, or some reason to stay after dark. or to come out after dark.
I reckon that you definitely see a strange shambling quadruped figure that's glowing slightly off in the undergrowth.
That sure would do it.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you could also find a picture of some creature clearly taken at night, clearly somewhere near a location you would know. So you would have a reason to go there at night and try to figure out what that was.
You see
could
Kay
hear-
sneaking out with the trail cameras.
What was that?
You see Kay sneaking out with the trail cameras.
Oh.
There is a broken radio in the shack that, for some reason, while you're there, turns on, and you hear two people that you can't identify plotting something tonight, like a drop-off or something.
Oh my gosh, these are all great. I think I'm gonna combine two of them maybe and say like maybe I see like a strange like a picture of a strange quadruped or something that seems to be in a location that I think is the abandoned mine shaft. Or so I have a reason to be around that area at night, potentially.
Oh, okay. I have an idea if to tweak that one slightly, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Kay is there looking for trail cameras, finds one, switches it on, and like you're there looking for machetes, and suddenly Kay comes around. Look at this. This is can you tell what this is? I can't tell what this is. I just like hand you the trail camera with the little, grainy black and white screen on the back.
Is that the old mine shaft? Or
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking. I know what that is. The thing, see that blurry like shape? It's taller than an alligator. It's not an alligator. That's a weird place for an alligator to be. Anyway,
it kind of looks, I don't know. There were those rumors about the ghost. I mean,
it's not a bear, I don't think.
it's not two people making out, is it?
No, it's got a tail.
People could be into different things.
It's not. I don't think it's shaped right. It's blurry, but I don't think it's that blurry.
Okay.
Maybe
Is it,
I'm like squinting at it, going, no, I really don't think so.
is this? Do we need to go check it out and make sure that the park stays safe for everyone?
Well, I want to know what it is. I know we don't have any like carnivore people here right now, but hey, look. So Ross thinks that the campers are from the government and they're like checking up on what we're doing with their funding. If we find some rare big mammal, that's a pretty good use of funding, right? They're definitely going to renew it.
Hi, kids. What you up to?
Who is this?
This is Eleanor.
Okay.
Great.
I think Willow like stands up straight. I'm just concerned for the safety of this park, Eleanor.
I'm looking at.
Are we under attack?
No, but maybe there's monsters.
And I
You're gonna
take
have
that
to say a
information.
little
I'm like,
more.
yeah, look at this. This thing is weird. Check this out. Do you know what that is? It's some kind of animal, but like It looks big.
You sure it's not one of those campers?
It has a
I think
tail.
it could be 2 of those campers, but Kay doesn't believe me.
People are weird, yo. You are right. Though I don't think it's what you're implying it is. That is not something I'd expect there.
What do you think it is?
Camera glitch?
I mean, it's shaped like some kind of animal, but like it's I don't think it's an alligator. Pretty sure it's not an alligator. It's too tall. Pretty sure it's not a bear. It's got a long tail. Also, bears aren't supposed to be here. I mean, people talk about panthers here, but this is way too far north for panthers. What else is there that's big like that and has a long tail?
Can I roll nerd?
Oh yeah.
Or someone should roll nerd. Someone who doesn't have a -2 to nerd.
I mean, I've established that I'm clueless, so
Okay. I'm also not very smart. But
we have the not smart team here.
okay.
I'm zeros all around, so I will happily roll nerd.
Okay. Roll nerd. Or whatever to learn a thing.
I mean, I guess it'll all be the same because they're all 0 modified. I'm rolling nerd and I get an 8.
Oh, good.
Which is good because I don't know what I'm rolling for.
I was
guess
just like,
what you think this is?
yeah.
Okay, this is the result where y'all have to tell me.
Yeah. So like you succeed. Like you recognize something about it, I guess. But it's complicated in some way. So I think maybe like what you recognize about it is that it is an animal. It's not a camera glitch, but it's some invasive species that like that's what you think it looks like. That is not supposed to be here, but that like would cause a lot of problems if it was. What would not be here yet that could cause problems?
So once upon a time, this is like a real story. I lived somewhere where we had a porcupine problem and they imported fisher cats, and then we had a fisher cat problem. So I feel like it's some species that
somebody had the bright idea to bring it in to control the armadillo problem, which there actually is in Florida. But yeah. So it's some kind of
maybe
good
foxes, wolves.
I don't know what eats armadillos.
I mean, there's South American jaguar.
Oh yeah, jaguar.
Armadillos have few wild predators, but coyotes, dogs, black bears, bobcats, cougars, foxes, and raccoons are reported to catch and kill armadillos. Hawks, owls, and feral pigs may also prey on armadillo young.
Wow, I thought armadillo were like way less prey than that. Maybe when you look at this camera, you like behind the weird figure, there's you see very clearly 2 glowing eyes. Like that is the most clear part of this picture.
Oscar, Ross.
You know what? This is actually, you've seen this before in one of Oscar's magazines. It's an armadillo wolf, which, it's kind of, however this came to be, you probably don't know, but it was in Oscar's magazine, and you thought it said armadillo wolf, and it looks like that thing over there.
Oh, it's for sure been in the Tallahassee Extra Special.
I think I'm going to go in on the bear thing again, and I think it does look like a bear, but it's not like it's. If you've ever seen pictures of, is it sun bears that just look really weird, like they're really long and gangly and.
I like the idea that it seems like a legit invasive species that gives me like a legit reason that I don't think is crazy to stay overnight. Like this definitely looks like a night cam. And like this isn't the first time I've spent overnight in the woods. So I tell Willow and Kay. Who am I telling? Willow and Kay?
Yeah, we're the ones who are here.
So, well, it's not a cryptid, but I think it might be something. Oh God, the government did some weird release program for armadillo wolves. I'm just going to make up armadillo wolves. Like a couple miles from here, so this certainly shouldn't be in the park, but I definitely want to check this out. And I suspect it's either nocturnal or comes out around sunset or dawn. So anyone want to have an overnight camping trip?
I mean, I was going to do that anyway. That's what I got these trail cams for. I'm going to set them up. Well, I was going to set them up around the campground, but like we've got 5 of them. We could definitely put one by the mine shaft.
Straps on the machetes. I'll be here.
Okay, let's go. We walk out the door, and I say, "Here, Bear," because I've decided that this dog who is still following me around is now named Bear.
Obviously.
Obviously. I feel like I would know where, if I wanted to see this location at night, there's somewhere nearby, but not close enough to interact with whatever's happening, that I'm just going to set up a tent at.
Nice. Yeah, there's like, just enough of us slope and you can. Oh, no, it's that super cold clearing.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, are you the one who hasn't been back there because it was scary?
Yep. So obviously it is, in fact, the super cold clearing. It's like on the edge of it, though.
Yeah. Like you're in between the mine shaft and the super cold clearing. It's just creepy as hell.
I make good decisions.
We're not going to the super cold clearing, right? Because that's too cold. But maybe near it. Oscar, what do you think? Because you're the park ranger, you pick the place where we stake out the cryptid.
So I think I'm as I said, I think I'm going to have got some of these weird fungus things to and like laced the entrance to the cave with them, or sorry, to the mine shaft with them, So I guess we're probably like staking out from a bit far. It might be near the clearing. In fairness, I guess it's but possibly not actually in it. More sort of like in the undergrowth. I think has got some like a set of night vision binoculars.
Yeah, that's cool. Ross is really excited about the whole thing. You can see that because he obviously he doesn't go out into the swamp at night a lot. Do you think we will see some of those glowy tardigrades we made the other night?
Possibly, I don't know how much I've been proliferating through the watercourses, but I guess we can certainly take a note of that as well. It might be useful.
Yeah, I guess that will be. I mean, that would almost be like little fireflies down in the water, right? it would be like that, but not with the whole romantic subtext or anything like that.
Yeah, or like when you have to eat barium and get a scan at the hospital.
No, I've never done that. I mean, I've eaten.
Me neither, but
I've eaten a lot of strange things, but not that yet.
I watch quite a lot of medical documentaries.
Oh yeah. No, I don't. I usually I don't watch medical, but maybe they're interesting. So yeah, we could watch one together maybe at time. I'm just probably not. So.
Yeah, sure. There's if in fact we can maybe in a little bit, yeah, we can just put something. I almost get enough signal here to watch Netflix.
Oh, that would be on your phone. You mean? Yeah, that would be. We could try, I guess. I mean, that would mean, of course, that we would have to sit very close together. But that wouldn't be weird because we're watching Netflix.
Yeah, I guess so. The screen isn't very big. Mostly, it's just when I'm out here on my own in the dark.
Might have to share headphones.
That's true. We don't want to scare off the beast by having the volume on too loud.
Yeah, right. I've got headphones.
Cool. Yeah. I'll. There's this one I've been meaning to watch on plastic surgery. If you're interested in that.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I've always been very interesting to me. Yeah, I mean, you can probably tell that Ross is not at all interested in the documentary, but more interested into sitting next to you and well, yeah, but is obviously quite has obviously no idea how to go from we're watching Netflix in the swamp in the dark to any further stage that he might want to go.
So does Oscar catch on at any point?
I'm gonna say probably not at this stage. I think Oscar is actually still mostly like actually focusing on like watching the mine shaft.
It's fine. That's so fine. We're taking out the mine shaft. Hey, maybe we could roll something to see if something weird comes out of the mine shaft, right?
Yeah. Sounds good.
You want to roll that? It's your thing.
Sure
Oscar.
thing. I'm going to regret not. Again, I feel like this is goth because it's looking for something weird. That's a 10. What do I get to do on a?
You say what happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I've definitely. I'm going to go and take a token and get some suggestions on what comes. So I think that definitely, like, we see a strange creature, or we see something moving. I'll go for that. Actually, I'll say we see something moving in the into the abandoned mine shaft. That that draws our attention. But yeah, I am interested to hear what complications we get.
I think that whatever you see moving it's got like mushrooms growing out of it, and like it's the kind that Ross has been studying. So like there's this like allure of mushroom on this strange creature.
Oh yeah, I'll second that. And this is a creature that might have been almost been taken over by some cordyceps-like fungus. So
Yeah, I mean, I can't top that. This thing's, its fur is completely glowing with like what's obviously that kind of fungus. Or a closely related, definitely glowing like it, a fungus in its fur.
Like, I can go super. You figure out that it's not corporeal. Like, you're seeing something, but you can also see through it.
Nice. Yeah, I think I like the fungus idea. So I think I think I think there's that moment where Oscar's like, wait, and sort of fiddles about with the binoculars. I think it just went into the cave. It looked like it had those fungi growing out of it. We better follow it.
oh yes, absolutely, we have to.
It'll
You
be,
mean like the cordyceps, like cordyceps, only bigger? I mean, cordyceps is not really a zombie fungus, but it could seem like that. But usually only goes after ants and not after whatever that was. I mean, it could be a zombie bear.
yeah.
And Ross has no clue that this might actually be dangerous or anything. He's like, oh my god, a cordyceps infested bear. That would be so awesome.
It should be trapped in that abandoned mine shaft. If we get to it now, we might be able to capture it.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant.
And yeah, I think start stalking towards the cave.
Yeah. I'm not really trying for stealth. Ross is not trying for stealth or anything. He wouldn't be good at it anyway.
You are not at all quiet. Like, to the point where you possibly hear Sammy, who is still here, scream bear. And
Yeah. So I assume Eleanor hears this.
Eleanor doesn't hear like the conversation, but she hears noises in the woods that are, to her, obviously not anything other than some people. And I feel like Oscar's fairly good at woods, but Ross is not at all good at woods.
Not at night, probably.
I mean, he's a botanist. He's not a total klutz, but yeah, he's not trying to be stealthy here.
Yeah.
I feel like Willow like comes out of the bushes as you're like making all these noises, and he's got like a machete like out, just like wait, you're not monsters.
Oh, Willow, hi. No, there's a cordyceps and potentially cordyceps infested bear in this cave, and we're going to capture it. And I'm
Willow, what
continuing
did I
to walk,
say
of course.
about trank gun first, then machete?
I was worried there was something. There's a triceratops bear in the cave. Do you need help capturing it?
It's not a triceratops bear. It's a cordyceps infested, potentially cordyceps infested bear. Triceratops, that would be a dinosaur bear, which is impossible.
Okay, the bear's got biceps. We're gonna go get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go get it.
I don't know. I've heard some pretty convincing thing that there are still dinosaurs living in isolated parts of the world.
Well, I'm not a zoologist.
But yeah, let's see if we can get this bear.
Yeah.
Just one quick question, Bethany, because you wrote 3 hours as time for this.
Oh, it is almost 3.
Yeah.
I'm okay going a little bit longer, but I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone else is.
I'm okay, but only until past.
I was going to say, yeah, but I'll need to start cooking dinner in a minute. But yeah, till past is fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does that work for everyone?
Works for me.
Yeah. I forgot in my usual spiel at the beginning. I have no sense of time. Cool. So yeah, let's find out what the deal is with the bear. I think this is Ross's taking lead on this one.
Sure, if nobody drags him back because this might be dangerous, sure, Ross will totally stride, not storm, but stride into the cave. He's probably not that rushy, not rushing in because it's a cave, and he's actually a scientist and he knows that these things can be dangerous. And while he's very enthusiastic and totally ignoring that the subject might be dangerous, he knows that you can't hit your head in a cave, probably from experience. And he's been in lots of caves as a mycologist, is that right? Help me here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so yeah, he's going into the cave. I don't know how big the cave is. I imagine it's it's big enough that you can walk into it, but it's not that big. And it's also, if it's a natural cave, it will have the ceiling might drop, or there might be outcroppings in the walls, and yeah. And there is, of course, it's very wet and then slushy if you walk into it, and cold, of course. It's cave. Yeah, and as we walk into it, I think we will see something moving in the cave.
I think Willow's like behind Ross, and it's just like, Dr. Scientist, if you need any help, I'm here. I know that maybe your arms aren't strong enough to like push you up walls, but I can give you a hand.
Yeah, thank you, Willow. That's very appreciated. My name is Ross, by the way. You don't have to call me Dr. Scientist.
Right, I wasn't sure. I usually try to avoid you during the day because you seem like you know a lot and also would not like me very much. But just in case.
Yeah, thank you, Willow. No, I like you. I just well, we got to find this bear or thing. Or probably it's not really a bear. There are no bears I hear in this part of the country, but not a zoologist. But look at this lichen. That is very interesting lichen.
A
but it's not.
lichen?
Yeah.
It does it lick you? Does it like you?
No, it's this growth on the wall that is kind of greenish. That's lichen.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you could some species of that you can eat, but not that one. Probably no. Don't do it, and don't lick it. That's probably not healthy. Yeah, and what do I need to roll something here, just to figure out what will happen with the whole whatever it is?
Yeah, I think this is a good time for a roll.
Yay! What would I roll with here? Can I roll with nerd?
I think, yeah. I mean, this is Ross seeing something awesome that is possibly in his field.
Okay, so I will go and roll with nerd. See, okay. And it says roll number 5. Was that me right now, or?
That's
this
you. It
someone?
wasn't 13 before, so that's
Okay,
you.
okay. Then I'll pick one from these down here. Before they feel ignored. Oh wow, it's a 6. But you know what? I've got 2 tokens. I'll use one of them and push that up to a 7 to 9.
Okay. Cool. Does Willow help? Because you can spend a token to help.
So what is Ross trying to do? Trying to just like grab the bear thing, or
Now trying to identify, I think, what we're dealing with here, and how to get it to follow us or overcome us or something like that.
I just feel like Willow would not be able to help with identifying that.
But the capturing part probably.
Yeah. But maybe okay. So I don't have any tokens to help either.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't look at that. Okay, so 7 to 9.
Okay, but
no problem.
7 to 9 is fine. I like the 7 to 9 options here.
All right. So you succeed. You can identify it, but what are the complications here?
I mean, I can think of several complications here.
I mean, a cordyceps zombie bear is. I mean, just that being correct is pretty much a complication, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with the very straightforward one of the bear is very angry, and is gonna come for us.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that the bear starts barking like a dog.
David, I think I heard from you. I'm sorry. I'm wrapping my brain around the whole situation.
I just said I think that the bear is angry and sort of comes for us. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the bear Scooby-Doo style takes off a disguise.
I think I'll take all of this and put it into one thing. So it's A, it's a dog. B, it's a cordyceps dog, feral dog that has been taken over by this mushroom. It is also, it is probably not angry, but maybe scared or whatever a fungus-infested dog might be, and it actually attacks, yes. So all of it. And I think Ross gets bowled over by this fungus dog and has also conflicting feelings about the whole thing because A, it's a dog he doesn't like, but B, it's a fungus, which he does like very much. And I think he will try to grab some of the fungal matter from the dog while trying to avoid being bitten by it. Hopefully
I would like to jump in here and say I would prefer that we not harm the dog if it is a dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Good point.
You can grab fungus off of it. It's probably not going to harm it, but let's not kill it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I think that Bear, my mysterious dog companion, barges past, probably over Ross, and starts growling at the bear, growling at the mushroom dog, who is very obviously afraid of Bear, and probably cowers and submits. So now we have a very timid mushroom dog.
Timid, glowing mushroom dog in a cave.
I've sort of come in and I'm like, well, this is happening. Ross, is this something you've done?
No, I think this is a sort of a species of cordyceps I have not seen before here, but it may have infected the poor dog. Oscar, would you look at that? It's glowing.
Yeah, that's. I thought it was bigger than that when I saw it in the swamp the other day, but I guess this is it.
Ross, do you have any way to defungus the bear dog?
Not here in the cave. I have not, but depends on how far the infection has gone. Maybe if we get him back to the lab. And I have this. I have some fungal matter here. I could analyze.
So, like, my impulse is to de-escalate, trank the dog, bring it back to the lab, and it's just like mange. It's weird mange, and there's zero, like, nothing weird is actually going on other than the dog has glowy mange. But I know that we, like, tagged cryptid as a thing we wanted to aim at, so I'm totally fine steering away from that.
I'm certainly more than happy to have it just be a weird but explicable thing rather than a cryptid.
It's still fungi are still very weird, so it could still be something that has infected the dog. Maybe not a cordyceps that takes over the brain, but the mange could be actually a fungal infection.
So I think I'll take charge and trank the dog, tell Bear that they're a very good dog, and then make Kay carry the glowy dog.
Yeah, Kay has like just shown up with the last trail cam ready to set it up, and hears the voices and comes in like, oh, I guess you don't need this. What the hell? Oh, okay. And yes, gets stuck carrying the dog all the way to the lab.
Don't expose yourself to it. Take some
Triceratops
and stuff. It's not a Triceratops bear.
Oh no, it's a poodle.
It could be. They can be pretty big. Could be a poodle. Yeah. Sure.
Let's say it's a poodle.
No, I want to say
with like fungus growing in his fur and like just kind of odd looking. Like, okay. It's weird.
Just wear gloves when you touch it. Wear gloves when you touch it. It's not just a dog. It's got some fungal infection at the least, but maybe something more.
Yeah, so Kay is the all-purpose intern who will carry this strange dog to the lab.
Yeah, and I'm following close behind, and then I turn to Oscar and say, "Best date ever," and then I go after Kay.
I think Willow's gonna like run up next to Ross and like poke him in the side and be like, so I heard that like moss can have healing properties. Do you think that lichen stuff could like heal the dog thing? I took some out and he's gonna hand you, like
good thinking. Might some of the lichen have actually anaphylactic abilities? No, analgesic abilities. Sorry about that. It could help. Yes. Willow, you might make a scientist yet.
Yes, because I found the analgesis. Yep.
Yeah. And I pat you carefully on the shoulder. You're not a dog, so I can.
So I think my only question here is, how does Oscar react to the best date ever comment once he realizes what Ross said?
I think it's yeah, I think I think he just sort of just wait date.
Roll credits.
No credit.